y'all, welcome back. This is going to be my low-buy update for the end of August of 2019. We are going to get ready with me style because I need to do my face and also other stuff. So I'll be filming a few other things today, so let's just get started. Yeah, I know I haven't updated in a few months, but I've already washed my face and primed it with moisturizer. Yeah, so first is just the CoverGirl BB cream that is in the Project Pan, which I will be filming after this. Yeah, so low-buy. Also, there's construction going on just outside, so if you hear random voices, that's what that is. So low-buy. There's four main categories. There's stationery, there's makeup, there's clothing, and there's yard. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I think I have, but I've left my day job to go back to school, which affected the stationery part a little bit. But yeah, I realized, number one, that I included the stationery part of the low-buy for because I love back to school sales. That's what that is. Yeah, but I've also realized that even though I don't have a ton of like spiral notebooks or whatever I used to use for school and stuff, but I do have a lot of like folders, just like the paper folders, and I have a crap ton of loose leaf paper for some reason. So I just, oh yeah, this is the Milani eyeshadow primer. So what I wound up doing was just making sure I had enough file folder or regular folders, and then I'm using just the paper, the loose leaf paper I already have for those, for when I need it, basically. I'm not going in any order while doing my face, by the way. But yeah, so there's that, and I think I got a pack of pencils because I realized I don't own any pencils and I probably need them. But aside from that, I haven't bought any notebooks or anything like that. Just, again, I think I bought a couple folders to make sure I had folders. This is the Tarte Blush in Party. Yeah, so there's that. So that's the stationery stuff. And then for makeup, I'm quite proud of myself actually for like actually sticking to the replacements part of the no-buy. I did a little bit of a declutter recently, and just like it was literally just like one or two, like a palette that I don't use anymore, and like one or two other things. And part of me wanted to be like, oh, this means I can buy a new Brights palette or whatever. But I kind of realized, no, I'm decluttering this Brights palette because I don't use Brights ever. Like, I bought the palette to do a Pride look last year. Like, I didn't even get the chance to go to Pride this year. So, why am I trying to tempt myself with like, oh, new Brights palettes, whatever? Like, no. I can't do that. But yeah, so there's that. And what else? So there's that. So yeah, like my face wash ran out recently and I needed a new one of that. I got one of the, apparently Philosophy is being sold at CVS now, and so I had some coupons, so I got that. And the face wash I had been using before was Pacifica, the rose one, the long bottle, the pink long bottle, and I really, really liked it. It helped with my acne a bunch, just slight acne, and all I really needed was a gentle face wash for that. And then the Philosophy one, I feel like the Philosophy one does the exact same thing, but it's almost 3 times as much as the Philosophy one. Okay, what am I doing? So I'm going to take this shade, which is Urban Decay Foxy, just to set the primer. So that was the replacement for a face wash. But yeah, staying away from eyeshadow has been an interesting journey, just because it's, I'll go through phases where it's like, oh, that's pretty, that's pretty, that's pretty, but then I'm sort of reminding myself, like, number one, I can't buy eyeshadow because I own too much that I don't ever use, but I also but it's also helped me remind myself that, do I really use this one ever? Like, if I'm decluttering an entire Brights palette because I don't use many colors beyond, like, pinks and the occasional, like, dark brown, you know? So, yeah, it's, so why am I trying to get all of these, like, bright colors and fun colors, and ooh, this is pretty, and it's just like, okay, you touched the green in the Brights palette twice, and those were the 2 times that you were working on the Pride look, so it wasn't really, it's been helpful to sort of talk myself out of stuff now that I'm much more familiar with my makeup habits. Yeah, so this is the Naked Petite Heat. I'm going into Hot Spell, kind of as a transition shade. Yeah, so also what I've realized about my own makeup usage is that a lot of times I'm the kind of person where I'll do 2 or 3 shades in an eye look and then just go. If not, just doing straight up eyeliner. Surprisingly, now that I have more time on my hands, I do about the same or less makeup than I did when I was working. So there's that. Yeah, so that's the makeup thing. And then yarn. So yarn, I technically had like a 2 in, 1 out, or 2 out, 1 in system where I used up 2 skeins and I was entitled to buy 1. And I, aside from the UK, I haven't bought any yarn this year, which is impressive for me. But yeah, I've sort of realized that I need to finish a bunch of projects and then sort of gauge where I'm at with what I already have and what I can finish with what I already have, and then order like the odd skein or 2 to like fill out a project or something like that. Like I might be doing a sweater either up this quarter or next year with yarn where like I have 1,400 yards of this one kind of yarn, and then but I might need another skein because with my sizing I would need around 2,000 yards, so I might need another skein for that. So stuff like that where I'll just need to order that 1 extra skein to fill out that project instead of being like, ooh, I'm entitled to 5 skeins of yarn, let me find the prettiest thing I have, or prettiest thing available, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this corner one. It's Sangria from ABH, and I am going to do that just kind of on the outside corner of my eyes. There's a little bit of an eyeliner. So yeah, so there's that. And so that's that. And then the final thing, which I've almost been avoiding talking about because I almost didn't want to, was clothing. Clothing has been my hardest topic these last couple of months. And so I sort of realized I might need to evaluate the rules of the no buy, or the absolute ban on clothing at least. So I think initially I had sort of an absolute ban on clothing, but like I've realized that that doesn't work for what I need this year. And what I mean by that is that like my Doc Martens, which I wear pretty much every day, they already had like a little they're breaking a little bit by the outer pinky toe area on each of them, but then like in the last month or two they started like part of the inner foot was also starting to break. And I mean, aside from a pair of heels I only wear for specific occasions, and a very special pair of high tops that it's also I don't wear very often and don't have opportunity to wear very often, and running shoes, which I only wear for running, and I absolutely refuse to wear anything else anywhere else. I've sort of realized that I needed a new pair of Docs and Doc Martens, and I needed at least one pair of shoes that I could wear other times. Like, not necessarily heels, but also not necessarily hardcore Doc Martens that I wear every day, but something that I can slip on quickly if I just need to like run out and drop off like 2 things somewhere or something to that effect. So I'm sort of updating the rules, so it's replacements only now. So if there's a hole in what I need, in what in my life, in my wardrobe, I need to, number 1, only buy it secondhand, can't buy it new, and number 2, I need to have thought about needing that thing at least 3 times over the course of 10 days in order to justify it, because I feel like 10 days it's like, oh yeah, okay, you have encountered a number of situations where this would be handy or useful, and so yeah, but the main thing is that it's replacements only. So like I was replacing my Doc Martens, and then I got a pair of Converse low tops, because again I needed something where I can slip it on and just kind of run errands. That's, again, doesn't need a ton of lacing, doesn't need a ton of work. Yeah. I do feel weird about changing the rules this late in the game, but it's also, I've realized that there's ways to be mindful without necessarily doing an all-out ban on shopping, or not shopping, but like an all-out ban on buying anything ever. But yeah, so this is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. I've gone through a lot of mascaras in this summer, just sort of, I realized that I like CoverGirl's price point, and I liked the one in the green tube, and then that ran out, and then I got the orange tube, and then that one kept irritating my eyes, and then yeah, so, and now I have the Exhibitionist mascara, and I actually quite like it. Yeah, I don't need a ton for my lashes. I just kind of like to darken them a little bit and leave it at that. And so that's really nice for that. So that is my face and my low buy update. So basically keeping it up with the replacements only and emphasizing the replacements only. Yeah, just because my wardrobe's kind of small, and if things wear out, I would like to be able to replace them. Yeah, so that's my update. I hope you'll have a good day, and I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye!